really weird, but you are making electricity right now. Every time your heart beats, a little burst of electricity is coming out, a little bit of power. And this frog can sense heartbeats with its toe tips. And it can sense the heartbeats of little fish, which is its main food. So it sits looking like a dead leaf with these googly, no big googly eyes, fingertips that are long with electricity sensing tentacles on them. And it waits for a little fish to come swimming by, swimming by, swimming by, swimming by. And then this thing has a mouth that starts like most frogs right here, but wraps all the way around almost to the back of its head. So when it opens up its mouth, it opens up humongous, and it's like a vacuum cleaner. And it goes, and sucks in water, and sucks in the poor little fish. Now, here's the problem. The Pipa Pipa, unlike most frogs, has no tongue. What do you use a tongue for, do you know, other than speaking?
Tasting.
Other than tasting, there's one more thing that you would not... Eating! You would put food in your mouth, and if you didn't have a tongue, what wouldn't you be able to do? You wouldn't be able to swallow it. You could chew all you wanted, but you wouldn't be able to swallow. Your tongue helps you swallow. This frog has no tongue, so now it's got a different problem. It's been able to find the heartbeat of a little fish. The fish came close. It opened its mouth, sucked in water and little fish. Now it's got little fish swimming around inside its mouth, but it doesn't have no tongue to swallow. How does it swallow? Every time it swallows, it has to take both of its hands and go and shove the little fish with its hand down into its stomach and then breathe again. Can you imagine if you were a Pipa Pipa frog and you went out with your friends, you went to McDonald's, you grabbed a hamburger, going, that's how it eats. It's disgusting, but that's how it eats. Now, if you think it can't get any weirder, let me tell you the weirdest thing about the Pipa Pipa. The Pipa Pipa mama has a different problem than most frogs. When she lays her eggs, she can't lay them just like a normal frog in the water, because she lives in a river. And if she lays her eggs in a river, the water's going to catch those eggs and carry them away, and they're going to bounce off of wood and roots and rocks and go over waterfalls, and all rivers and streams eventually go to the ocean, and the babies would die. So she says, what am I going to do with my babies? Now, some frogs that live in this river, they say, no problem, I'll go up on land and lay my eggs. She never leaves the water. She can't. So she says, how am I going to protect my eggs? This is amazing. After mom and dad get together and they mate, mom will lay one egg at a time, dad will fertilize the egg, and during the mating season, mama's back turns into like Swiss cheese. Her skin is puffy and thin and holy, and dad catches each egg and pushes it into the skin of mom's back. And when the egg touches mom's back skin, her skin grows up and around each egg and captures it. And she'll have 200 eggs.